Competitive Blazblue tournaments are going pretty strong in Europe. Every Saturday we get a tourney with lots of high-level Blazblue players joining in. I got second place last edition and I really want to show that I can win one of these potentially. Which I want to do by pressing a whole lot of flip and a whole lot of 5C and whiff cancels, baby. I think it made for a very entertaining tournament run, so I hope you guys will enjoy. Alright boys, for my first matchup, I was up against Susano'o from Cherepkozla. I hadn't heard of this guy before, but any Susano'o is scary, because Susano'o can crazy snowball on you. Anyway, I did get lucky with a good 5B, and that Maya has a lot of corner carry, so this was really dang nice. And here you see me kind of abusing some some matchup knowledge, or matchup knowledge that I have. This guy doesn't know how to deal with my flip. I did it 2 times on offense, and the dive is plus on block. It's like +5 or something crazy like that. No, the C dive is +3. So unless you're IB, like my crazy plus, I can just claim return. Anyway, oh, that was, yeah, okay. That was supposed to be a flip somewhere, but I just messed it up real big time. Anyway, I do have a lot of momentum going here. However, Susano'o is so incredibly tanky. Just look at his shit. So yeah, I'm just really trying my best. You see me kind of whiff a couple buttons, and that is to intercept Susano'o's approach. There I had a good airflow. And this is one other really nice thing about just playing against this guy. He doesn't really know how to block. However, I did get hit by the second hit of Susano'o's 6B, and this is what I mean about, like, literally any small Susano'o hit just snowballs like crazy. Like 4.6k damage because I made a pretty tiny mistake of not hitting a fast button. I'm pretty sure JB or something would have worked, but oh well. He probably could have confirmed that, and he actually kind of crossed me up there. I did not see that coming. Pretty good mix-up. Susano'o growing mad fast. However, I got so lucky with that cross-up into dive. He was not ready, and we got a full combo from that. And like I see the dive consistently working still, so I'm like, okay, sure, I'll do it again. The counterplay to it is to usually jump and block it, or in this case of Susano'o, you have pretty good jump. I mean, anti-air in your 2C. However, he is mad respectful. He never presses on me. Like, I leave massive gaps in my stagger to try and maybe kind of bait something, you know. But he's just not pressing, so I went in for a throw. That was a really good mix-up, though. I gotta give it to him. I probably should have immediately bursted here, because that's kind of the thing about Susano'o. Oh yeah, I messed up my combo there too. And yeah, this would have been death, but I got bad lucky. In both that he tries to backdash, which is not the counterplay to my spear dive, and that he draws his combo. In overdrive, Susano'o gets all of his seals back. That's a really strong thing. Oh, and yeah. The flip dive is also invulnerable, of course, so, you know. Some nice ass cheese there. I probably should have tried to spear dive again. I was honestly keeping him way too honest. And there we go. We're abusing the fact he doesn't have some matchup knowledge by going for an overhead to reset. There I was like, okay, he doesn't seem to know a lot of things about this game, so I'm going to try to air for a reset, but he didn't care. However, he doesn't know that you don't burst at that specific point. So we took the first game just like that. Honestly, I could have lost if he just simply did the right overdrive combo that first game. But I mean, good job to me adapting back, I suppose, right? Like, at the end of the day, if your opponent doesn't land something, execution is part of the game. Anyway, we immediately JB. I have a pretty decent idea of how he wants to approach. However, this kind of surprised me that he did the 6B there. Oh, and by the way, it might look really brain dead because my 2C is absolutely huge, but the head invulnerability of 2C starts very late. So in order to still hit Susano'o, oh, by the way, I thought that would work, it didn't. But in order for Mai to anti-air Susano'o correctly, you have to be ready like the moment he air dashes. Otherwise, you get counter hit yourself. So There's actually a lot of fall going behind that 2C. And I'm doing it crazy early. Anyway, Susano'o JA actually kind of underrated button. Hitting me there. He wasn't ready to confirm though. And there we go. We just spam some 5C. This is a really neat thing that I need to start doing more. Be outside of my opponent's reach when they try to kind of jump for no reason. And then play my turn with a 5C. 5C is only like -2, and I can do a flip, she can command dash, all the type of good stuff. Here I was like, okay, he sees me doing the unsafe spear, he's probably gonna mash finally, but no, he's just so respectful, which, I mean, fair to you, but okay. Anyway, this is the first time he was not respectful, and that was with Wake Up Super, but at least in full screen. Anyway, this was really, really terrible by me. However, the burst into 246B is pretty much my after burst classic. There are ways you can beat it, like late hacking or kind of trying to get out of the way before she is going to burst. But in this case, didn't really matter a lot. Anyway, for my next match, I was playing against Mayonez, and this guy is kind of a demon to me for 2 reasons. First of all, he's a really good player that knows how to go in offensively. Like, not a lot of players do. You'll see in a bit. And the other is that Ragna has a pretty decent matchup against Mai, actually. His 5B is good against 2v6A, and his airbuns are nice, but right now that doesn't matter. I hit a burst into guard break, so I actually have a pretty decent advantage going in right now, but he does have the OD advantage and he uses it there. However, he tried to 6A there, I believe, and Ragna has like no health, so one small punishment matters a lot. There, I did not confirm correctly though, and that is mad unfortunate. That could have been a kill because Ragna has like no health. However, I got very impatient there, but also relatively lucky that I still landed a super. Alright, so rank Rebel 2, and I hit a massive anti-air, and also I kind of frame killed there quite well, so I landed a massive fatal counter for about 1k damage. However, yeah, that's what I mean, like, sometimes about those Ragna air buttons. Like, I try to press JC. Oh yeah, that's a quite nice thing I only recently kind of started doing against. Was with a large gap, like Gauntlet Hades, right? And I try to flip through it. Pretty useful. But anyway, I got fatal countered by Death Scythe. That's on me. That's a like 30 frame startup move. Whoopsie. You know, here I try to be a bit careful and stuff, but oh yeah, there you see why 5B is so good. Like, one of the ways that mine was to get away from Ragna is by kind of backdashing, right? But 5B lingers for quite a while. Also, just the range is better than anything Mai has mid-range. Other than 236A, but like I talked about, after 236A, Ragna uses 5B and just claims his turn back, basically. So yeah, it's a bit of a matchup where neither of you really want to commit hard. Like, even that 5C with might have looked a bit committal because I did a run start. It was mainly a 5C to try and keep him out, and even if he tried to jump over it, it wouldn't have been a ton of damage. Anyway, it's a really good way to start the round off, though, with 4K, right? And then we just go back. I'm like, okay, I don't have a great chance of winning the next interaction. I'll just back off. However, Ragna JA was a really good way to meet me air to air. This is a little bit of a flaw that I got as a player. I tried JC a little bit too much. That's something I'm working on. Anyway, here I'm kind of forced to block Ragna, but I blocked the Gauntlet Hades. And yeah, that was a really good Gauntlet Hades. I did not quite realize that I was outside of range like that. In cases like that, you know, nobody really does that. This is what I mean with Gorman being a pretty good player. Like, that's just really solid counterplay that pretty much no one does. And this is what I mean with those jumps. Like, he really claims some space for himself. Well, just like that too. I tried to meet him air to air, but I kind of messed up, and boom, I got 6-8. Just this movement is so good. And that was honestly just a bit of a panic reaction. I probably could have I tried to react to the jump in with flip, but yeah, I flip way too much out of habit. And another good thing about this matchup for Ragna is that he has a pretty easy time catching flip. Anyway, I reacted to Gauntlet Hades like once, but can't react to them all. There's only like one more chance for me. So at this point, I was just like, okay, yeah, shit, bro. I'll try my best, but I'm gonna back off and hope he tries to over commit. That's the best I can hope for. I tried to hit a JB counter hit, but yeah, I whiff canceled there into something, hoping he'd land. But this is another pretty solid thing about Ragna. His air stall. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a very great character trait, but like for just the my matchup, you can kind of counter hit her for flipping in the air, and just like that also bait a bit of a reaction when you're still in the air and punish like that. Anyway, I started off this round with a very, very good flip. Hitting a JC quite fast. Getting to 8, and that surprised me so much. The thing about Ragna is that most Ragna players, after 1 or 2-ish hits, do not really try to... Oh, that was mad greedy. Do not really try to overextend their pressure. They try to maybe go for a pressure reset or just patient, and yeah, this is what I mean with my 2C. You have to be so ready to land it. Otherwise, you get counter hit like this. And that was just a pretty fast Gauntlet Hades. I'm usually ready for it after like about 2 moves, I'd say. But after just 1, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you got me there. So yeah, good mix-up by and this is what I mean again with Ragna 5B after 236A. It sucks. I hate it. I can't 236A in this matchup. So I have to play mad campy. But I am not quite that patient. Yet. I'll get there someday. Anyway. He just lands the crush trigger optimal combo here. Pretty sick stuff, honestly. Like, good stuff by him. Yeah, I ended up kind of adapting, because the thing about this matchup is I feel as you have to be a bit more patient than a Ragna player, because the Ragna player's objective is to kind of rush you down. For it's like to kind of zone Ragna out. So the Mai player has to be more on the patient end of things in this matchup, and the Ragna player has to be patient too, of course. Like, Gurman was waiting very well and baiting out options. But ultimately, his goal is to rush down. Anyway, let's move on to the next match. Okay, and yes, another Susano'o. Woohoo! What a fun bracket. This is like my round 1 of losers. Gurman was, I believe, the number 1 seed in this tournament. Oh, that's something people are not ready for. That Mai can cancel and hit that second here. That second hit of her spear. Wow, I kind of messed that up. Anyway. We got some good combos going on here now after I burst it. Huge momentum, and that was just mad greedy on wake up. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not what you want, a Susano'o. I don't know what misinput it was, but yeah, you'll get counter hit by 5C and take 5k quite easily. And even with Susano'o's massive health advantage. Oh yeah, this is another thing that I'm trying, by the way. Using 236C. For kind of catching out some pretty tricky air dashes that I cannot react to with 2C, because I was talking about it earlier, right? 2C has a good chunk of startup. I was expecting 6A there, honestly. But 2C has a good chunk of startup. However, 236C is frame 1 invulnerable, but you can only use it after you did the startup of the command dash. Anyway, this was a very clean match by my end. There's so little to commentate because I just did relatively basic stagger pressure, and he mashed at some point where he really should not, because Mai is usually plus or barely minus everywhere. Just mash on him. You get what I mean? This is what I mean. You just mash 5C, bro. You just mash that 5C a lot. He wasn't ready to... Oh, I tried to go for a new combo there. You'll see me use it a bit later, I think. But yeah, mine's just always barely negative on anything that she does. And this is why I'm so scared to press. Like, oh, you try to press 5A against my 5C? What a bold move. I just auto-spaced myself out, and now you got frame trap. And anyway, landed a quick low, just like that. Not stand blocking is a huge L, especially against Mai. Mai has a couple overheads for sure, but... Oh, that was a really poor confirm of me. Wow. But yeah, look at that again, by the way. Like, I'm just pressing from so far away, and 5C is only like -2. And Susano'o's buttons, like, while they're pretty advantageous on block, most of them, like, his 5A, for example, is +3. They're not very fast. His fastest move is 2A. Oh yeah, and this is just a funny ass spear. He probably tried to DP, that's why he got counter hit. But yeah, I don't know what I was on about earlier, my bad. We're moving on to the next match. And next up, I am up against one of Europe's best takers, Neptune. I have gotten gimmicked incredibly hard by this guy before, because look at this stuff. He crosses me up, and instead of going for like a button, which most people tend to do, that's kind of the layer 1 thing, he immediately goes for a grab. But I ended up jumping there and getting hit after. Here we go for a safe jump. Cute little stuff. And this is a really, really fun thing about my whiff cancels. For a projectile, you can cancel it. Oh, that's not all. But you can cancel it into flip at pretty much any point, really. Even on whiff. So if people OD, you can just whiff like that. So while I understand Neptune going for the command grab there, it would have done a massive chunk of damage, and it would have been magnetized probably after. I could just flip there, and the fact you don't know, I could have. One cute thing about the my matchup too is, the whiff cancels, Taker is one of the best backdashes in the game, but whiff cancels can really, really negate that his backdash is so good. And there we have a massive fatal, but I missed my combo. That's a little bit of a personal thing. Oh yeah. Also, my just barely has lag at all, so we just 5C, 5C. I love mashing. This is also a very, very useful thing in the Taker matchup, just in general, right? Oh, do I do the optimal combo there? Yes! Kind of. Yeah. After 2BC, you can press 5A, CA, and that's like 3k damage meterless, but I just chose to super very fast. But this is one reason, another reason actually, why Mai is very good into Taker. He tries to pull you towards him with the magnetism. That's his whole thing. But Mai is just flipping, and it's like, nah, I'd win. There I got kind of lucky, but I did not press the right button. Sledgehammer is body invul. However, like, all types of low moves will beat it. And that is why I actually got a combo opportunity there. I didn't land a full one, but I got one after. That move is also body invul. Oh yeah, this is another setup that Neptune has hit me with plenty of times before. However, if you just flip immediately after you try to purple throw, then you just kind of win. Like, this is a lot of strong Taker things. Like, that is genuinely a strong reset. But Mai just flips. Anyway, Taker not very strong against lows. Oh, you try to command grab? Very funny. This is like, I didn't know the matchup when I have fought Neptune in the past before, but now I do, and you just see how any type of like reversal Taker tries to do just doesn't work against Mai. Unless I drop my combo like that. I just jinxed it. I played this match, but I still jinxed myself. That's crazy. And yeah, this is another bit of, yeah, Taker being strong. Anyway, we had a massive opportunity here, but I didn't quite bait the birth. And I'm pretty sure that Neptune just accidentally whiffed 2D. That's why he went in like that, right into me. And I just took that opportunity in 5-8. So yeah, you can see that Taker just into Mai is not it, dude. You can negate pretty much anything this character does. It's wonderful. You get just to mash on him, man. You can mash on this dude all the time. You can mash flip. You can mash 5C. It's great. Our next opponent is Ancestor, an incredibly solid Bang player. You already see that leader rank right there. Bang, very, very mobile character, and those nils are very strong in neutral too. However, even though he does have all that mobility, I kind of read him there. However, I tried to be kind of greedy there on his wake up with a throw, and Bang OD deals a shitload of damage, as you can clearly see, and he has now all of his seals on lock, and that is very threatening. If he has 50 meter, he gets access to that command grab super, for example, Shipugeki, and it probably does other shit that I have to look up sometime. Anyway, I try to just kind of keep it safe, doing 2 for being knocked down. And yep, there we go. Have an easy whiff punish going on. I was like, okay, I'm predicting he's going for drives. How about I do this? And there, I might have been able to kill, but I wasn't quite confident in it. And this is what I mean with Shipugeki. I jumped over one. I was like, okay, let me claim my turn after. But no, he just does another one. Anyway, he tries to go for drive again, but my super does work against it. So we claim 1 game. There, I try to do 236 A on round start. Like, let's say I land it, right? The situation after is pretty good for me. Bang's button's not the greatest. He mostly opens you up through special moves and his mobility. There are a good mash outs, claiming a lot of space, and my guy cannot react to 5CB, 5CCB. Yep, this was once again a really strong OD moment of him. The OD of that, like, look at, he does a seal and he's like, lol, teleports behind you. There's a whole ass super to kill me. This one is enhanced as well. And the super lasts so incredibly long that his burst gauge is not 30, which it usually is after you end OD, but it's at 40 and a little bit. Pretty nice. But anyway, this is a little bit of a risk that Bang has in the matchup. Throwing Nils is not as free because Maya has a pretty good projectile there. Oh, this was a little bit off on the timing there. Also, you can jump after the drive if you're fast enough with that punish. Like, that's a nice bit of matchup knowledge. There, I tried to go for a throw again. Like, this is the thing with Bang players. I think they'll just throw and wake up a lot. And here, I could have killed if I just went for super, but I was a little greedy. That's on me. Could have had the game earlier, but I just kind of did a YOLO dive and just won like that. Then this round start, I was just kind of waiting for him to jump into me directly, but yeah, Bang does have a shitload of arrow movement, so I didn't ultimately catch him, and I got caught by a nil. Very fast JB after the instant air dash. Boom, boom. It's pretty basic stagger pressure that called me. Not sure why it wasn't blocking. Oh yeah, one thing that does catch me off guard are those little hops that he does. I'm not quite sure what the inputs on that are. I'm gonna have to look that up actually. Oh, that slide, by the way, if he doesn't RC, is very punishable in block, but I wasn't ready. And I just flipped, but hey, who cares? We did have a bit of... Ooh, nice stagger pressure. Yeah, this is one thing that I've noticed works against a lot of players, especially like somewhere on the earlier parts of bracket. Oh, here I miss input. I tried to 236C, which is fully invul, but I was a bit late on it, first of all. And second of all, I did 236A. So yeah, that's on me. Try to do a 236C again, but there we have a good old my footies moment. I'm pretty sure I could not... I could have dodged getting hit there. Oh yeah, he almost got caught by the fully charged spear. This is actually a little dangerous on my end. If he chooses to OD, he can actually get a very big combo. But yeah, that's not the case here. That said, he wasted a whole lot of nils here because I rolled out of the umbrella. Really good situation for me. But yeah, goes for some very strong stagger pressure. And it's again what I mean with that mobility of Bang. You saw him just go to the other side. Thankfully, I claimed my way back in again. But yeah, and here I tried to fucking OD through this Astral, but it isn't unblockable apparently. I was like, oh, I know it's guard point. Like that much I remember, but I didn't even know that was unblockable. So I got hit just like that, and there is not a for replay, so I'm gonna have to look at the VOD. Okay, so we got round 3 here. Shoutouts to Drayv for always uploading the VOD. Link his channel in the description below. Anyway, got the 5C because I did a little bit of a micro command hop into micro dash into the command hop. There we go. Line at 236A actually, like, it's not terribly minus that you can punish unless you jump block. So it's actually like kind of, it's very niche because you go straight down, but it's pretty useful. Anyway, this is sometimes just how the Mai into Bang neutral looks like, right? You just go back, you just go back consistently, and Bang goes back, and one of you two has to commit. Anyway, when he does land a hit in, like, his pressure actually does seem quite decent. Like, I'm not gonna say that I'm an expert about anything Bang. Oh, by the way, this is really funny. I just was like, up to now, I've had crazy respect for Overdrive most of the time. But this time, I was just like, how about I 5C? Let me see if I can put this commentary up real quick. Just so you can hear the audio more so.
You could make my
okay, yeah, and there I just try to jump C, jump C, jump C, and this is a very situational confer, but I finally landed it in a game. That's actually a huge accomplishment for me. There I landed a single 5A and a 5AA, but I'm just not blocking. Huge catch on the jumper. That's one very nasty thing sometimes about. Oh wow, that's a mad funny flash. That's a really funny thing about the flip. Like, if your opponent isn't immediately barrier blocking, then they will get hit. It's still unblockable. Boop. Or is it unblockable? Hold up. I'm gonna have to search that up. And this is the reason why I didn't have that third replay. He was like, nope, I'm gonna DC last second. And apparently the game's like, oh no, then you don't get anything back. Very unfortunate. But yeah, shoutouts to Drayv here. Okay, so a small disclaimer, the air dive is not unblockable, but to my defense, not a lot of people block it in the air for some reason, even though it is the counterplay. Most people tend to barrier block, I've thought, but no, you can normal block it. Anyway, I'm now up against Lumbria, who has been doing absolutely incredible in tournaments as of late. But, hey, so have I. Anyway, yeah, you get hit once in this matchup against Izanami, and it is so scary. However, Mai can get out of the pressure, like you saw there, just a little easier than other characters. And another nice thing about this matchup is Izanami players, they love to backdash and wake up. It's all invul and all that stuff, right? They could have had a way better combo, by the way. But yeah, it's invul and stuff. However, my whiff cancels are so strong against backdashes. Like, a lot of these sequences are because I just landed a single whiff cancel, right? Also, Mai's pretty decent at keeping Izanami out. You know, at the end of the day, her C buttons are absolutely gigantic. Anyway, this was a mad weird thing that happened. I just got back thrown out of my stagger pressure, and I was just like, what? Who does that? The only person that's ever done that against me before was Nessica, in a previous tourney run, and even then I was shocked. Maybe they think I tried tick throwing. Anyway, that was mad unfortunate. I did a dive into RC, but yeah, Rep Cage was still active, and this caused me to take a massive hit. Did OD there, try and kind of think, oh shoot. Wow, I could have had a combo there. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. And then you take 4k because lol, Izanami in active flow. Izanami is one of the characters that's most commonly in active flow. And oh yeah, that's another thing. I could probably react to that, but I can definitely react to that. But yeah, that was still unfortunate. I haven't played as much enough to consistently react to Izanami disappearing yet, but that is the visual cue that you should react to Izanami disappearing. And then you know that's either a mid or a low. But at the moment, I was not aware, and you got a lot of pressure because of that. But this is what I mean again. Even though, unless Izanami is Oki, her pressure against Mai is a bit finicky. Oh, and there, yeah, when you don't tag against Mai, she lets 5C, then she has the airborne hit, and that deals like 4k damage. It's absolutely insane. And yeah, sometimes you're just not aware of 236B after the burst situation, and you get hit like that. I still have 50 meter to even RC. The only thing I believe that you can really do as Izanami is either super or, honestly, I'm curious if 2B works. Izanami 2B is a button that low profiles a load of moves in Blazblue. And, well, oh, funny job. And I haven't tested, but if it low profiles Hibuyuri, the 2v6 years of Mai, that'd be kind of funny. This is what I mean again with whiff cancels being strong as Nami, right? Like, so, unless she has 50 meter, her ways of getting out are not very present. Oh, I could have confirmed that. Are not very present. So then she tends to sometimes use OD to go through your gaps, right? But one of the better characters against overdrive raids, which are defensive overdrives, right? Oh, I tried to press 2B to meet Izanami, but well, yeah, shit's rough, dude. Couldn't react to the overhead there. That's just my bad. Sometimes, you know, Izanami just mental stack the heck out of you. And also, Izanami in the corner just deals so ridiculously much damage. Like, even though this was 4.6, I believe, 4.4k, like, without super, it still would have dealt so much damage, like high 3k. And that's all of, like, some free ass set play stuff. Anyway, I got stagger pressure there. Tried to 236B again, but Lumbria kind of got out way faster than I could react. And I did not quite have the combo ready there, unfortunately. And I got massive okie doke with Izanami. Did manage to stagger out, but yeah, this is just the thing about Izanami and Ribcage, right? Like, even if I do hop out a bit, I'm not 100% certain. Oh, that was madam fucking funny. Holy shit. That should not hit by any means, but yeah, I guess you don't block after the OD, I guess. Once again, like, I had some really good 5As to set as anti-air spray. Oh, by the way, this is a kill because I allowed 5C, JC into 5C. But I had some really good 5As, but they were so high up that I was just not ready to confirm. I'm pretty sure that you should go into the B follow-up there, but that's something that I'm going to have to lab, and I'll inform you guys of that later. Anyway, Raw Thunderbird landing once again. It kind of landed because I tried to flip, but I was still in the block stun after bits. Because it is a low, right? So you should be able to always flip against it. Very, very early burst by Lumbria there. I tried to wrap it there, actually, and I thought I would still be safe, but apparently I wasn't. Maybe I was just not blocking. That could just be my mistake, really. Anyway, Izanami, once again, always dealing very solid damage. 3k of a pretty easy to get hit in the corner. Fireball Ender. And there you go. Mixed by the empty low. Yeah. That's one thing about those Izanami floats, right? Is she uses her super jump to cancel out of that flow. And then she goes back to the ground insanely fast. And then she can still 2B you. So that is something that is pretty hard to react to and block in time. But as my, like, if you're a real one, you do flip there, and you can punish Izanami for it. Because one of Izanami's main tools is a low. Oh, there I had a massive hit there, forcing Lumbria to burst. Only a little bit of barrier left. Does use it there. Does pop it mid combo though, so there is still a good chunk, but yeah. Pretty sure I tried to flip there again, but just very basic stagger pressure is what caught me. And then lots and lots of hits. These projectiles just tack on so much damage at the end. It looks insane. And I already couldn't block mids. But the barrier ran out just in time. And I got so dang lucky. However, I missed a micro dash there. I did a 5C in place. And that made it so I got super... When I tried to whiff cancel my stuff. And Lumbria took the game. Very unfortunate. There's a set point Lumbria as we're 1-1 and it's still a first to 3, right? Anyways, relatively basic stagger pressure, but I 2C there so early to kind of catch that out. And Lumbria not blocking low, highs that are relatively canned because my only overheads are after she does like 2 moves already. Or her jump buttons, obviously. But this is one of those good things about the Izanami matchup. You just run the heck away from Izanami. And yeah, caught Lumbria arrow blocking. And then that 5B is an unblockable button. So took a game like that. Even forcing the burst. Very, very huge resource advantage. And what's set point for Lumbria is now also a set point for me. Going into overheads real quick. Really, really good on my end. Lumbria, like, didn't even react to the 5CCB, right? Okay, there reacted to 5CCB. And there again, 5CCA, one landing. And at this point, like, honestly, I was just kind of mad cheesing Lumbria. I'm not even gonna fucking be sugarcoating it. This was cheesy as heck, but sometimes you just take those. And here we get one more knockdown. 336A, try to save jump. Did a JB a bit delayed. Possibly catching a mash out or something. Or like a jump out, right? Because usually you try to JC and that's auto timed to be pretty meaty. However, that JB was not exactly auto timed. And so that way, Lumbria was maybe not blocking just in time. Or maybe Lumbria tried to instant block against JC, which is a little bit of a slower move than JB, obviously. However, during that frame, wasn't quite blocking JB yet. That is also something that could have happened. So that's why I took that game ultimately. Very good games to Lumbria though. A lot of improvement from this guy. And I was sweating, dude. After my set versus Lumbria, I was now in losers finals. So this is a first to 3 set actually. Back again against Mayonez, the person that put me in losers. This time I did try to be a bit more patient. However, first of all, I'm whiffing there. But also, like, I've tried this like a runaway style, but that really does tack a bit on my mental energy that was kind of up at the day of this tournament because I... Oh, nice anti-air, by the way. That Blood Scythe is like a 30 frame reset, so if you're ready for something to happen, then it's pretty easy to react to that. But still, sometimes you're not. You think, maybe Ragna can do something else and go for a big reset. But yeah, at this point in time, I did not have a whole ton of stamina anymore, right? But that doesn't matter if I have an RC there. You can actually get 4K without a blue beat there by using the spear after you do 2 5CCAs. That's a very useful thing to know. And he has a 100 meter here. Am I? I think I should be, right? Because you... Oh, no, I'm not. I got lucky, but I also didn't confirm my 2A correctly. There are Blood Scythe to keep me in check. Goes for a relatively safe pressure, and then boom, Gauntlet Hades as soon as he kind of whiffs that low. That's a bit of a nasty thing Ragna can do, right? Like, go from low into overhead. I mean, he's not the only one, right? There you have a very fast burst. I know that hit can snowball into a lot. I'm not sure that was the greatest idea in hindsight, though. But that was my current thought process, you know? Okay, kind of space him out, catching his ankles. And he's super patient with these jumps. Block the spear very high up, so anti-airing him was actually a little bit of a gamble, so that's why I actually kind of was forced to block that. I wasn't necessarily forced, I could probably run away instead. It was a better idea in hindsight. And there, my controller DC. I'm gonna be good. I gotta keep it completely real. And the reason that I jumped back there a lot was, please come back, because my directions were working. And at some point, like, I noticed, okay, my B button is working, but I'm mashing my C button and nothing is coming out. Shit. Afterwards, I'm pretty sure it didn't. Oh no, wait, it happened once more in game 2. But yeah, that's fully on me, by the way. It's not a John. Like, I deserve to lose if I let my controller disconnect like that. But yeah, that's why that looked a little whack. But he also did a very good job just catching my movement out there at the final end of the game. Because that's, like I said, that really good thing about Ragna, right? Dude has pretty big hitboxes, very nice in the air and on the ground. Like, he's kind of just a solid mid-range guy, that's the whole thing. Oh, yeah, that was a controller DC for sure. I would never wait that long. Unless I was really into my opponent's head, but definitely not right now. There I kind of jump up, but he keeps me locked down, and I'm like, oh shit, please come back. I think my... Oh, I remember again. That moment specifically was me. Oh, wow. I got a pretty bad meaty timing there. And I tried to JB to catch that Hell Scythe. However, that doesn't quite work. Like, maybe a JA is a better idea, but you can always maybe try to flip too. Flip is fully invul starting frame 5, I believe. So that is invul relatively fast. Something else you could try to use in the Ragna matchup if you ever have to try and play that yourself as Mai. And any other character, like if you have a fast head invul move, that works pretty well, but my 2C is slow head invul move. It's still a good move, don't get me wrong, but you gotta be relatively early. There I thought I could confirm, I could not. It was also a little bit of a late 236B, that was on me. There, JB to catch him, and that's one thing that is very good in the matchup that I should try to be doing more. Oh, and that's once again that Ragna 5B being so good against a lot of what might like to do mid-range. Very early to see on my end. Here I try to go for a mix-up because I know with my current meter, like one more mix-up will do it. And here I got hit a couple times by raw overhead. Yeah, that was on me, you know. Alright. Was relatively lucky by getting out. However, he does have the overdrive to confirm into the kill. And that was pretty good situational awareness. My burst was relatively high, so who knows what would have happened if he didn't go into OD. Maybe he couldn't even have killed. That's just a bit of high-level Blazblue gameplay. Like, I am starting to get used to overdrive extensions myself as well. But yeah, it's just a bit of hard situational awareness. Like, first you have to know what the overdrive combo even is, where you can activate it, and then how you do it. Okay. And this is... I think this is the game where I played best, even though... Like, look at that dodge on the JC, even though I was still minus there. And that was just a bit of a really good gamble on his end. Because what he did was he pressed 5A, which not a ton of Ragna players actually use to meet you in the air, right? Like, most people tend to be kind of respectful. But it's his fastest button, and that way I got counter hit. And after that, I just really received a lot of snowball. I said I played the best here, but yeah, I did still get destroyed. However, I was happy how I played before I got hit, you know? Like, I'm happy about the general ideas here, but the execution can still be a bit better. And also, he was just doing really well here. Very patient gameplay. Like, look at this. Very patient barrier jumps in. However, he did a whiff JA, but Ragna's hurtbox is a little whack. Oh yeah, this was totally kind of poor on his end though. Like 5B should be catching you, but it didn't. Do I have to combo? Yes! Okay, that's such a funny thing to get though. Here I try to go for a mix-up again to try and take the round, but he went for another DP. Good stuff on his end. You couldn't react to 5Bs here. That's like a, what, 24 frame overhead, 26? Either or. It's slow. But it is plus on block. Because it is so slow. Yeah, good JB. Ragna doesn't really have a cross the button other than that, but he's been making such good use of that. Ooh, yeah, if Ragna whiffs like that, you can definitely try and punish him. Ooh, I don't like that 5C. But honestly, knowing me, I try to 2C. That's a thing you can definitely easily say in hindsight, by the way. But I'm genuinely so bad at anything mechanics related that sometimes I press C earlier before I even let go of my 2 button. And there he had like 50 meter, got a pretty raw hit in, and just like that he won over me in losers finals, and I ended up with a respectable 3rd place. It was a very long tourney run because I lost that early. And I played a whole lot of matches because of that as well. Learned a whole lot against, in particular, Bang. But the Lumbria match, dude, I was sweating. And Ragna is a character where I really need to improve my game plan and improve my patience. And that is really difficult to do when you're in losers finals after playing such a lot of high intense matches, high pressure intense matches. But yeah, GG's was a fun run. Really happy with how I've been placing recently. I've gotten top 4 free lot at the last tournament that I entered. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed that tournament run. Goodbye.